Welcome to Rehab Care's Timely Topics podcast series. I'm Vonda Black, Vice President of Rehab Care, and I'm honored to introduce our guest podcaster for this episode. Marty Goetz is Chief Executive Officer with River Garden Senior Services, based in Jacksonville, Florida. Marty, welcome.
Thank you, Vonda, and thanks to Rehab Care for inviting me to talk with everyone today from the provider side of our partnership.
We're thrilled to be here at your beautiful facility, Marty, and I know our listeners and viewers will find it so helpful to hear directly from our partners about how we're navigating the changes in the field together. So let's jump right in and talk about the value of putting our partnership first. At Rehab Care, we believe the success of our business truly boils down to our relationships. Working well with client partners like you, Marty, is essential to creating and sustaining successful partnerships. We're always learning what makes a facility function successfully and what inspires people who work there.
I don't think it's an exaggeration to say it's a lot like a marriage, Vonda. And here at River Garden, we've been partnering with your team for well over 5 years. So we've achieved a deep level of trust needed to succeed, especially through the host of regulatory changes that we've together weathered over these years.
Do you remember how you decided to select us as your partner?
Yes, I remember clearly how the partnership started. As we began looking for a therapy partner, had a number of private conversations with colleagues in the field. All of them kept returning to the relationship they had with Rehab Care. I also knew some professionals working with your company, and they were extremely complimentary. It was especially important to us that anyone we chose to partner with have an organizational culture that didn't conflict with ours. Additionally, River Garden brought significant resources, technology to our partnership. And so working together, River Garden and Rehab Care, we've successfully navigated the many changes that CMS has layered onto the field, and will manage successful implementation of PDPM as that is implemented over these next years.
I think our audience would love to know your perspectives on how our partnership helps you through these changes and also helps you to meet your quality goals, because it's no exaggeration to say the quality rankings here at River Garden are through the roof. Congratulations on always putting your patients first, Marty. Your leadership is an inspiration.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the kind words, and I congratulate our team, including the rehab team as well. It's important for your listeners to understand that we do not see our relationship with Rehab Care as being that of a contractor or a vendor. You're all partners with us in every sense of the word. And it's important that your staff on site always see themselves as an integral part of the entire River Garden team. And so, for example, there's nothing we might do with our staff along the lines of employee benefits or activities that we don't automatically include Rehab Care staff. It's simply now built into our culture. When partnerships are supportive and rational, they're infused with hope that spreads throughout an entire care team. They become inspired to become clearly visual to the process of achieving quality goals. That's ultimately how we fulfill our mission. Our environment is safe and beautiful, and our service is compassionate, warm, and nurturing. It's not an accident. It's built into the DNA of our organization. And our successful business partners, including Rehab Care, recognize and embrace that culture.
Marty, you mentioned the word supportive, and I want to explore that a bit more. How does being a supportive partner help you?
Vonda, our relationship with Rehab Care is supportive, it's nurturing, it's affirmative. We are a finer, more thoughtful care community because of our relationship with Rehab Care. Your team has brought us triple check, outstanding metrics. We've used the metrics in showing acute care facilities why they should be sending their post-acute care patients to us. And they do. We're preferred providers with both Baptist Health and Mayo Hospital networks. We're a not-for-profit care community. And when we need support or guidance on regulatory issues or clinical issues, our Rehab Care relationship has been extremely valuable to us. The stuff you need to know in order to provide high-quality, compliant resident care is made ever more available to us because of our relationship with rehab care.
You are right, Marty. This is like a marriage. So tell the audience how you first met rehab care and how did our journey together begin?
So as I mentioned earlier, it's been well over 5 years now. We were struggling with running an in-house therapy department. Rules were constantly changing, and we were struggling to keep up with them. We also recognized that if we were going to remain an in-house therapy department, we needed to make an enormous investment in technology and infrastructure. We slowly, over time, realized that if we were going to be significant players in the post-acute care space, we needed to find a high-quality, mission-driven partner to work with. And so once our leadership team signed off on the decision to make a change, the question became how best to implement and proceed. We weren't looking to bid out our therapy program. We weren't necessarily looking for the lowest cost proposal. We were looking for the highest quality partner. But what drove our decision was the understanding that we weren't looking to outsource the service, but rather to enhance the service through a collaborative partnership with others that would share our organizational mission, vision, and values. And as you know, Vonda, there are a lot of options out there for rehabilitation partners. We did our due diligence, and as part of that, talking to colleagues in the field who I've known for a long time and whose opinions I really respect and value. Okay, give it to me straight. Tell me about rehab care, and I promise that what you tell me will not get back to them. I need to know how they will mesh with River Garden's organizational culture. I need to know how they did in supporting their clients and their own staff.
And what did you learn?
I learned that without exception, my colleagues working with rehab care had nothing but wonderful things to say about the company. And one colleague in Pennsylvania in particular shared with me how very helpful and supportive the company was in helping them resolve some regulatory challenges. As far as colleagues were concerned, their impression was that rehab care was completely focused on their success and in doing right by the patients. That's all I needed to hear. Those words sealed the deal for us, and we moved forward in contracting with rehab care. We did not bid our program. Again, we weren't necessarily looking for the lowest bid. We could have bought these services at less cost. We were looking for the best partner to help us move forward with excellence. And as our quality metrics show, we made the right decision.
And we're grateful for that, Marty. Any final words of wisdom for our audience today?
From the provider perspective, I would sum it up with just a few words about the business relationship. I truly believe that River Garden has thrived because we felt confident and supported in this partnership. I felt reassured that rehab care simply would not let us or the partnership fail. We're experts on the caring side of rehab, as well as on the business side. Your leadership in regulatory issues and experience in various payment models has given us confidence that we're always doing the right thing by our patients, while staying compliant with laws, rules, regulations, most especially good practice. So my final words of wisdom are choose your rehab partner wisely. You need them by your side now more than ever.
Great advice, Marty. Thanks so much for sharing your insights with us today. I hope you'll come back for future podcasts with us.
I sure will, Vonda. Thanks again for having me, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you.
You bet, and thanks for our audience for being out there. See you soon.